Hi everybody and welcome back to Simon Outdoors. Today's aim is to show you how I carve a spatula. Now, oh, that sun's bright, isn't it? There we go, that's better. So, I've decided I'm going to head on down to the river today. I'll find a piece of silver birch that I'm going to use and I'll show you how I carve a spatula. Apart from the dog barking and the other noise, it's pretty quiet in the woods today. I was going to start the camera rolling actually further back up there, but the sun was that bright I just couldn't even see, at all. Never mind seeing myself in the camera. Right, I've thanks to the English Woodsman, I'm trying out a new editing app that I've downloaded on my phone. I've not looked at it at all yet, I've just downloaded it. So if you see this film in lots of little clips, then you'll know that app works. If you don't and you sort of see it all in one go, then you'll know the other video's been uploaded. So right, I'm going to get onto the trail now down there, so I'll see you soon. So, looking out onto the trail. There we go, the lighting changes straight away. The other day when I was showing you the old clay ground, I was trying to show you those clay traps that were still on that tower, and if I'd have come to the other side the lighting would have been a lot better. I realised this when I watched the film back. So, as I've just come past this bit on the floor, look straight down on the floor, that pattern there, it's obviously an off-road motorcycle. Because if I'm looking for a quad, there'd be same tracks here or same tracks there. So when I'm walking down a footpath, I'm not just going down here as fast as possible. I'm looking, I'm seeing what's been down here. Like the other day when I went and dug the fire pit and had that little fire at a cook, I'm looking on the floor and there was no footprints that day because it had freshly rained and the sand was all settled, so I was the first one to walk there. And then obviously coming back I could see two different sets of footprints, so I know that two dog walkers had been down there because I could see the dog tracks as well. And also looking out for horseshoe prints and things like that. Of course you're going to find lots of activity on a path. Now where I went to the location where I did the fire pit, there is a path there. It looks like an old path really. You can see it's trodden in, but there's stuff overgrown. There's branches really overgrown the path. Now normally on a path that's been used recently, somebody might tend to walk up there and snap a twig, move a branch out of the way, things like that. They just make it easier for themselves. But what I did is I did the opposite. I ducked around and under every branch that came over that path. So that tells me when I go back again, if there is stuff that's snapped and bent and shoved to one side, then I know people are going up there. Where I went was quite off the track, so I know I'm not going to have that little spot discovered. I was going to go there today, but I decided now let's go beside the river. Hopefully it'll be a lot more nicer. I've got my brown rubber sheet to sit on. I ain't got a sponge pad for my backside, so I'll get a cold bum. Oh dear. Yeah, you can see it's a motorcycle track. Now you've got the single track. Hear them quite a lot down here. Also want to say a big shout out, a big thank you to friend John, who has sorted me out with some first aid kit. Wife accidentally cut a finger yesterday, and then it was a quick scramble around trying to get a plaster or something, and luckily I'd just got a few manky ones in my rucksack, so got a bit of better first aid kit now to look after the family, and obviously bring a little bit when I come as well, because you could always have a slip with a saw, which I have done. I had a really bad cut on this thumb. You can't see it now, but I actually cut that nail into about 4 or 5 pieces and went straight through the nail and through here, and that was with a Laplander saw. I went to a winter camp last year, and rushing around trying to get camp set up, making my own tent pegs. Just don't rush when you got a saw. Just slipped with a Laplander, and it really chewed up my nail. I don't even know whether it hit the tip of the bone and that's why it stopped. But what I did straight away, I remember now, I think I might have had a bit of medical tape, quick wrapped it round my thumb and carried on. I wasn't going to let that little injury ruin my camp. And yeah, I did enjoy it. I did enjoy going out with those guys. I've never been out with them since. They've not asked me to come back. But I did enjoy it. I was absolutely freezing, mind you. It's alright, just stopped to check my boots. There's a strange smell coming into the woods. I mean, like I say, there's a lot of dog walkers come down here that don't pick up. But it smells of death. Which might sound a bit strange, but it does. Being around death a lot, you know, with being a shooter, and you know, you come across corpses, birds, rabbits, that sort of stuff. You get to know the smell, and I can smell it. Now this sand is quite frozen. Look. See there? The local roads around me are quite icy today. I see the motorbike tracks. Some really big dog tracks there. Very big dog. I should put my hand on the floor to show you. I mean, look at the size of that print compared to my hand. That's a big dog. Very big dog. Or bear. Oh dear. Lovely little path though to walk down. Winter wonderland. Can you spot that plane? Seems to be small aircraft flying over here regularly. Seems like every time I've come out, I think I've heard a plane directly go above. It's a nice big oak tree. That is quite big. Sounds about 1 metre across. I'm just looking at the mark at the front of the tree there, that's why I went up to it. It looked like somebody drilled into it or something. You see there's a lot of silver birch around here, but what I won't do is like take a silver birch from, say, here at the front. It'd have to be one right in the thick of it, because then yes, you are taking a tree, a green tree, or a branch off of a green tree, but the amount of trees that are around it that are actually, they're going to compete and struggle for space to grow properly and have a big canopy when they grow. You're actually helping out the trees. It's another word for it is coppicing, like you coppice hazel. And that allows regrowth, well, especially with a tree like hazel, That allows regrowth, and it allows the other trees around it to grow a lot better. I brought a favourite food out with me today. I did take the billy can out from the other day when I went to the woods. Couldn't record that, unfortunately, Friday's trip out, because this phone was sat at home taking ages to upload. So I missed out on Friday's recording. But you didn't miss much, really. I went out, had a good time, good few hours out, but I didn't really get anything done. I might, actually, if this works, I might upload two versions. The long version and the short version. The long version you'll get to see my walk, the scenery that I'm seeing, and the short version will just be the wood carving. So we're getting close to the river now. There's a lot of oaks around here. So in a minute I'll have a search around. I've got to get into the rucksack and dig to the bottom, which is bad planning, really. Now that silver birch is too far gone for me. Yeah, I should have had my Laplander at the top of the rucksack, so it's the first thing I could get to. Well, I quickly repacked the rucksack at home. Apologies for camera shaking, but I'm holding the camera. I ain't got one of them fancy gizmos that takes bouncing out. I stopped on the track a second ago because it almost sounded like something was splashing about in the water. I think it was just the flow of the water. There is quite a lot of flow today. Yeah. Oh, and looking down there, you probably can't see it. Bit of mist off the water. There's a stone wall building here, so I don't know what was there a long time ago. Maybe a water wheel, maybe a bridge, but then again, a bridge you would expect something this side and there's nothing. There is some stones here though, but they're not dressed cut stones like those are. They're a bit more rougher. So you can see there is a dressed stone in there, if I show you, right there between those trees. Some dressed stones, and you can see the sandstone there, the edge of the river bank. There's some hazel over there. It's finally left its finally dropped its leaves now. Just there, some hazel. Typically it's the other side of the river, but I'm not on the lookout for hazel today. I'm on the lookout for some silver birch. This is where they've been coming up and down with their motorbikes. Lots of hoof prints. Somebody's been horsing around. Yeah, they've been chewing that up with the horse. And different coloured sands. That grey sand is what I got into the other day when I dug the fire pit. The other day I was going to sit on here and have a fire and speak to you, but I went down further down the river. You can just see some more of that mist. So they've been dashing around the fields on their bikes. Right, I'll go and find some silver birch.